Sounds pretty epic.
I've led his attack, I've invaded his space, I've observed his openings, whatever they happen to be, and with those openings, I'm going to negate his balance. Now, that's the end for Lion, is I'm negating his balance. Now, once I've negated his balance, I have time to do those fine motor skills, okay? To do things like this and talk to him and say, do you really want to do that? With the nose, because the nose is the handle of the head, right? With things like this, okay? Here like this is to take that top knot, okay? And now I have total control of this fight. What can he do? Not a whole lot. We're out here fist fighting. What's the likelihood of me getting his eyeballs? I don't really know what your skill level is, maybe. But in a life and death fight, and I don't know who he is, and I have no idea what, I mean, he could be the best fighter in the world.
Not be the extent or something.
Yeah, he could be Xiaoxi Ray, and I just don't know it. You know, he could be that level. Okay, airways and arteries. Okay, and you saw that. The first thing I did is I clamped down. Okay, airway, artery. Okay, if I want to do something more, you said, oh, I slipped into a submission. Okay, what am I working there? Yeah, I'm working on the muscles and the nerves, but I'm also working on the blood flow right there. Yeah. Okay. It's amazing when you suddenly can't feel your arm, how much less you want to fight. If I take this hair, okay, I'm not just going to turn it. If it's life and death, I'm going to rip it out. Okay, and that's something a lot of beginners say, well, I couldn't do that. Well, then you're going to die. Okay, I hate to be that way, but that's how it works. Either you make up your mind, you're going to do what you have to do. And winning a street fight, you guys have probably heard me say this, it's not really about who wins, it's about who's left alive. Okay, it's about, I don't go into a situation and say, no, I'm working in the psych ward. Okay, you've been there too, you know what it's like. Okay. 350-pound guy. I walk in, I heard the girl scream, I run in, he's trying to rape a CNA. Slammed him against the wall and put him down. Okay? Do you go into that thinking, how you're going to best him? No. Guy outweighs me by 100 pounds, and he's mentally out there anyway, and I know it. I'm thinking about how I'm going to live through it. Does that make sense? How are you going to stay alive and keep that teenage kid that shouldn't have been in there by herself anyway alive or safe? Okay? There's two different mentalities. Because if you go in saying, I'm going to win, what I've seen over and over again is the first time you take the hit and you're down, well, that didn't work. And psychologically, you're out. Okay, if you go in saying, I'm going to take some licks, I might get cut, that guy might have a pistol on him, but I'm going to stay alive. It's a whole different mentality. Okay, so I'm going to take that eyeball and I'm going to rip it. And then I'm going to take something else and rip it. You know, the wrist is supposed to bend this way. The wrist is supposed to bend this way. The wrist is not supposed to bend both ways. Okay. The elbow is supposed to bend this way. The elbow is supposed to bend this way. But when you bend it out one way and then stretch it the other way, it's not comfortable at all because it's not supposed to do that. The neck, no, same thing. And what I have found now that I've sat down and thought about, okay, how am I doing that? And I mapped it out that way. I've been showing it to police officers, security guards, different people, and they're loving it because it breaks it down very simple. What do I do at this stage? Because before, I would see a lot of them, and they would take them, there was a longer learning curve because they'd be like, oh wow, that's a really good technique, and they'd be trying to get into the technique and they hadn't done all the stuff in front of it yet. Okay?
Ambidextrous B.A.
He said I'm just an average kid, always gonna be outbid, like the eBay competitions. Erase your composition skills are not explicit, no explicit topics written. So how you gonna appeal to the mass appeal when the shop value gives the record deals and recount your drops of rhymes. We show how they not fond of. To be honest, they just honest, regardless if they modest. But I am honest too. You could diss me in the comments as soon as you listen through.